Hey everyone. If you enjoy intense, emotional stories about family secrets, betrayal, and hard-earned revenge, please subscribe to the channel. It truly helps and keeps these stories coming. I finished my overtime shift 5 hours early. My daughter wasn't in her room. My wife said she didn't finish the sentence. Neither did I. It was a gray Tuesday afternoon in Hamburg, the kind where the sky presses low and the Elbe smells of metal and rain. I worked nights at the container port. Cranes, schedules, overtime that never seems optional. That day, a mechanical fault shut down half the terminal. We were sent home early, a rare mercy. I remember feeling almost light as I drove back through Wilhelmsburg, thinking about surprising my daughter Lena with her favorite apple cake from the Turkish bakery on the corner. She was 10. She still counted the hours until I came home. When I opened our apartment door, the silence hit first. No music from Lena's room. No footsteps. No humming from the kitchen. My wife, Maren, stood at the sink, staring at nothing. Her hands were red, scrubbed raw. "Where's Lena?" I asked. Maren swallowed. "She's with my father." My chest tightened. Her father, Klaus Richter, lived outside the city near Lüneburg in an old farmhouse surrounded by fields and reputation. A retired politician, stern, respected, untouchable, a man who believed children belonged to bloodlines, not parents. "You didn't tell me," I said. "You were at work." "I'm home early." She finally looked at me. Her eyes were wet but hard. "He wanted time with her," she said. "Just a few days." My phone buzzed in my pocket. A message from an unknown number. "You were never meant to raise her." That was the moment I knew something was wrong. I drove. Rain blurred the Autobahn. My hands shook on the wheel. I called Klaus, straight to voicemail. I called Maren's sister. Nothing. I called the local police station near Lüneburg. "She's with her grandfather," they said. "That's not a crime." By the time I reached the farmhouse, it was dark. Lights were on inside, warm and yellow. I knocked, then pounded, then kicked. Klaus opened the door calmly, as if he'd been expecting me. "She's asleep," he said. "You're disturbing her." "Give me my daughter," I said. He stepped aside, letting me in just enough to smell the wood polish and old books. Lena's shoes were by the stairs. "She's safer here," he said. "Away from docks and night shifts and men who don't understand what she could become." "What are you talking about?" He smiled. "You don't know, do you?" I lunged for the stairs. He grabbed my arm with surprising strength. "She's not yours," he said quietly. "Not really." The world tilted. "What did you say?" Maren appeared behind him, pale, silent. "She deserves the truth," Klaus said. "And so do you." That night, everything unraveled. Lena was Klaus's biological granddaughter twice over, through a web of secrets Maren had buried. Klaus had orchestrated Maren's past, controlled her choices, guided her into my life because I was safe. Predictable, disposable. "She was always meant to come back," he said, when the time was right. I took Lena home that night, only because I threatened to expose documents I didn't yet have. But Klaus thought I might. The next weeks were war, lawyers, letters, social services. Klaus moved fast, using connections built over decades. He painted me as unstable, dangerous, unfit. My overtime shifts became evidence of neglect. My temper that night became proof. Maren cracked under pressure. "He's my father," she whispered one night. "You don't understand him." "I understand control," I said. "I grew up under it. My own father had been crushed by men like Klaus. Policies signed in clean offices that destroyed families quietly. I'd sworn I'd never let that happen again. So I didn't. I started digging. Old land deals, adoption records, offshore trusts, political favors. I used contacts from the port, men who knew how things really moved in this country. Containers hide more than goods. Winter came. Snow fell over Hamburg like ash. I found what Klaus had buried: illegal influence peddling, falsified records, and a private foundation that funneled money through family guardianships, children taken legally, quietly, forever. I leaked it all, not at once. Slowly, painfully, the way Klaus liked to do things. Journalists called, then prosecutors. Klaus retaliated by filing for emergency custody. The hearing was brutal. Maren testified against me. Then Lena spoke. I don't want to live in the house where doors lock from the outside, she said. I want my dad. The judge listened. The climax came in spring. Klaus was arrested on charges unrelated to us. Financial crimes. Abuse of power. The kind that makes allies disappear overnight. Maren left me the same week. I don't know who I am without him, she said. I watched her go. Lena stayed. Years have passed. We live in a smaller place now, closer to the water. I still work the port, but only days. I bake apple cake on Sundays. Sometimes Lena asks about her grandfather. I tell her the truth, gently. Power doesn't make you family. Protection does. And the revenge? It wasn't loud, it was permanent.